This is our first morning on the property, and it feels surreal. It is this foggy morning out in the Smokies, and just walking around and exploring and just trying to kind of let it sink in, because we have just uprooted our lives to come and do this, and a lot of people have asked or said that this might be scary and overwhelming. Yeah. I think that is starting to set in, and just knowing that our lives are going to look very different, and in such a beautiful and good way that is going to be so hard and challenging, but so fulfilling and beautiful, and a lot of that we can't do on our own. And it's just going to be seeing what the Lord does through us, and I think that is the most exciting part, because we did all this just on a calling, and so we're really excited to just see where this goes. And we don't have all the answers, so we don't even know half of what we're doing. So let's see where this goes, and have a little fun while we do it. So our to-do list. We have to clean out the outbuilding, rid it of all the dead ladybugs, find out how we can seal that bad boy up so that doesn't keep happening, because they said there's apparently a problem in that building that has always attracted ladybugs, where they come to then die. So we need to figure out how to get that finished and sealed, clean that up a little bit, and start the planning to convert that, because that's going to be first priority and kind of practice run. It's a few days later, and I just got here, and I've got some paint. So I already did some swatches of paint in the laundry, what will be in the laundry room. So we're gonna paint today, and then got another one that I'm gonna sample out that I can't quite figure out what color I want. I think I'm doing the ceiling and an accent wall, a darker like gray blue, to kind of match that marble shelf that we've got in there. So I'm gonna grab this stuff out of the cart and then get to painting. Alrighty, so here's what I did yesterday. So what I'm thinking is, this is the white that I chose. It is called, where is it? Blank Canvas by Bear. That is blurry, sorry. So that is Blank Canvas, and that is gonna go on all three of these walls. But what I'm thinking for this wall, thinking that we'll do that darker gray blue. So I tried those two that are up there, and I think those are too light for what I'm wanting. So I got another one today. So this one is called Poppy Seed. So I'm gonna try that one, and I think that's gonna be a little better for what I'm looking for. And then once we get cabinets in here, thinking this is called Midnight in Kentucky. So it's kind of like almost a teal green. So I'm thinking that I'll paint the cabinets that color. And then we have a white washer and dryer. So the hope is once we get this painted, these floors are staying, so then we can clean this up and at least go and get our washer and dryer in here, even if it won't be functional. So this space that we have over here is going to be our laundry room. And it was already equipped with washer dryer hookup, so that is perfect. We don't have to do any of that. All we really have to do is make it look a little prettier and put our stuff in here. So while we wait for our house to be built, we really want to try and get this done as much as possible, because our house is going to be pretty small and really didn't want to waste any room on laundry. And so especially once this is up for rentals, I think that's just going to be really nice to have a whole separate laundry house that anyone can come, and especially for campers or people that are going to be outdoors a lot, it will just be really nice to have a place on site to be able to do large loads of laundry. Okay, so here's the samples we have so far for this wall. The rest of this has a first coat on it, so we'll let that dry and then get that second coat on probably tomorrow, honestly. But here is what we're working with for this darker wall. So this is the one I just put on, is poppy seed. And then these are the other two, which I do like this one a lot more. So I'm gonna go back and get a gallon of this, and then I'm thinking this here and then all the way up over the ceiling to kind of ground it a little bit. So go back, get a gallon of that, do that tomorrow, because Home Depot is like 30 minutes away and I don't feel like driving there and back. Last day. Determined to make it the last day of painting this. I actually got here early enough that hopefully I've got like all day to do this. So we're gonna finish this up today so that we can start moving in some other stuff. Get this cleaned up. All the walls painted. Yay. And here's what we got so far. So I love it, except the drywall in here was already not like done the best. And I don't know if you can see up there that the texture up there is really bad because they didn't put any texture on these walls. So all of them look pretty good except for this one by the door. So I had bought this thing, a joint compound, so I think that I'm gonna retexture this with more of a, I believe it's called a Spanish knife texture, which we did on our house back in Orlando. So I think I'm gonna do that all over this wall and then let that dry before I paint it, because I think that will A, hide the mistakes that are already there, and I think it's just pretty and gives it a little bit of texture. So we'll do that while this dries and go from there. So I don't know if you can see the texture that comes out with this, but this is a Spanish knife drywall texture. So we had a wall in our old house that we converted like an old patio into a sunroom, and it had like an old stucco texture on it. So what we did was just replaster it with this to kind of hide that texturing. And I really love that it looks a little just more artistic and haphazard. So that's what we're doing to this wall. So what I've been doing is, I don't know if this is like technically the correct way to do it, but this is what I've been doing. I don't have like a container for this, so I've been just doing straight out of the bucket. Just grab some on your knife and then just been kind of scraping. So then you scrape it down, flatten it out, and then just kind of switch up the direction that you're going to put it on kind of thick, and then that way you get these nice cuts through it to give it a little bit of texture. So that's what we're doing. I think it looks pretty good. Gives it a little more of an old world feel, I think, which I love a lot. So I'm gonna do this to, there we go. I'm gonna do this to this whole wall. And then this has to dry for like 24 hours. So I'll have to come back tomorrow to paint this. So that stinks. I thought I was gonna be done with this, but this was kind of a last minute decision. So we'll finish this up today and then see how it turned out. All right, guys, we're finished. Well, for now, finished with the drywall. So that's got to dry for like 24 hours. I don't know if you can tell on video, but now instead of just the top being messed up, it all looks just kind of messy, which is the plan. So I'm gonna let this dry and then come back later to paint and finish everything, get this shelf hung up, pits under all that stuff. But we've got this big marble shelf that we're gonna hang up right there over the washer and dryer. So we'll keep y'all updated, but I'll go ahead and catch you next time because this video is getting a little long, I think, over the course of like a week. So as always, thanks for hanging out with us on this journey, and can't wait to share more of it Hope you follow along, like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell if you want to stay up to date on everything we're doing. But yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you next time.